Hey guys, it's John from Seattle Coffee Gear. We're in the commercial kitchen doing a commercial crew review. Today we have the Rancilio, Egro, BYO, Top Milk, XP, CFM. It's a lot of acronyms and I practiced saying that for about 5 minutes before we jumped in here. But what that all means, BYO stands for Bring Your Own. And that refers to this tablet here. We're going to get into this a little bit more. This is a super automatic espresso machine. It is a commercial super automatic espresso machine. So if you're watching this at home, this would not be a good machine for your home. It'd be really nice to have in your home, but it wouldn't be the most practical thing for a number of reasons. So those of you who are watching and going to comment on the price of this machine down below, this is not a home machine, this is a commercial machine. Okay, so what do all those acronyms mean? So Top Milk refers to this right here. This is a milk fridge. If you look over here, I don't know how well you can see this. I'll pull it out a little bit. This container holds your cold milk and it has a little tube that goes into it for automatic milk foam. CFM means cold milk foam. This machine has the ability to do cold milk foam for cold cappuccinos with a little bit of foam on the top of them. It's actually a really cool feature and we'll cover that a little bit later. This machine also has this. This is the iSteam steam wand. So this does automatic milk texturing and automatic milk steaming. We also have a hot water spout here. And then this is where your coffee and milk will come out of. Some hot water will come out of this. It also lowers depending on what size cup you have programmed in it. You have 2 bean hoppers up here. We have it set up right now to have decaf in one of these. I'm going to get this back on there. Decaf in one of these and regular in the other. And they do have little shutoff gates here if you need to remove those. The grounds bin is in here, as you can see. This machine also has an option to spec it out with a little chute down here that would go directly into a trash can, so then you wouldn't really have to empty this. This one is not spec'd with that, but it is a cool option to have. This is a 220 volt machine. That means it has the larger style plug. It's also a 30 amp machine. So you really need to make sure you have those power requirements in place if you're considering one of these for your cafe or your office, something like that. Now that we've covered some of the basics on it, we'll take a break and we'll talk about some of the interface and making drinks on this beast. Now we are looking at the main menu of this machine. This is the drink menu. This is also in the self-service mode. And as you can see, we have a list of all the different drinks that we have set up in this interface. You can customize this however you like in the deeper menus of the machine. We have this set up here so that you can access any of the drinks. All of these are very customizable. So it's very similar to some home super auto machines where you can change all the parameters of the different drinks, strength, size of the drink, so how long it pulls for, how much milk is added to it. It's basically just a home super auto on steroids. But now that we've covered some of that, let's get into some of these menus. So I'm going to use the technicians menu. This gives us the most options in here. We have a very secure password set on that for now. But this has your cleaning in here. The cleaning can be accessed from any of those different permission levels, from either the barista, manager, or technician. Any of those can access this. As we jump down here to the general settings, we get into here, all of that sort of stuff. Here we have the interface settings, and so we have all our drinks here, and if I tap on one of these, I can edit that, and then if I go over here to drink settings, I can really customize it over here. So as I go down here, I can set this all up in here. I can set my pressure, I can set my pre-infusion, let's change that to long. This pulses right here actually is the length of the drink. It took me a little bit to figure that out, and this is about what we have it set at for those double espressos. And I'm going to set this one to automatically pull from the regular hopper. You can also adjust your strength of coffee. Let's say 15 grams. Perfect. There we go. And as you can see, that is just a coffee drink. So I can save that now. And what I can also do, if I was to say, let's get rid of this Americano. Get rid of that. Let's move that down. And let's size that down. I'm just trying to make some room here so I can expand this espresso. Let's get rid of that iced latte. So I want to show you guys this feature. So I can do that. I can even make it that big if I really want to. So if you're not making a lot of drinks on this machine, you can totally customize this whole interface. I'm going to leave it right there and jump down here to products. So this is all the products that are programmed in here at this point in time. We have our Americano, coffee, espresso, everything in here. And all of these are just definitions that come pre-programmed. You can adjust it any way you want to. And you can also add a new recipe and build it from default or from your own and kind of make it up as you go. But that's going to take you through all those things that I was talking about earlier, where you can adjust how much coffee is used, which hopper it pulls from automatically, all that stuff. All of that is great if you are a cafe owner and you're trying to make this really easy for any barista of any skill level to use, so you don't have to do as much training. That's really the home of this machine, is the coffee shop that wants a high quality product but doesn't have quite the amount of time to invest in training. In here you also have all your statistics, your machine information, even your manuals are in here. But I'm just going to go ahead and save that and log out. That's now loaded to this screen. I'm going to go back in here and show you guys one more thing. So if you remember when I first showed you that screen, I was talking about how it's in self-service mode. It has 3 different modes here. So if I change it to queue mode, it pulls this up over here. And this would be if a barista was operating this machine. Then they can add drinks and it's going to add them to this queue. And then they can edit this and move these guys around to whatever order they want them to be in. Hit check. And as soon as you hit play, the machine's going to start running through all these drinks in order. So you have a bunch of orders come in, you add them all in, hit play, and then you're just moving cups and handing cups out. The machine's doing the rest of the work for you. Really nice feature. I'm going to change it back out of this mode, and I'm going to change it back to what we had it at before in self-service, because that's what everybody likes to use it as here. Now that we've kind of talked about that, why don't we make a couple drinks on it? So let's start out by making an espresso. So it's on this regular hopper here. I can adjust my strength, hit start. This grinder is set pretty fine, so this is taking a little bit longer to come out than you might normally have. And I did adjust the pre-infusion on this to take a little bit longer just to build a little bit more flavor out of it. So that's pulling right now. And you can do up here, if you look, you can change the grinder to decaf to regular, or you can do both if you want to do a blend or half calf, which is a great option to have. I'm going to let this finish pulling in just a second. Grinder's set really fine. It's almost done.
I'll cook the middle of that out.
Cool. So my espresso just finished, before I drink that, I want you guys to see the puck that just fell out of there as I break it. That's pretty hot, but if you look right here, you can see how fine that grind is. And you can also see the size of the pucks. It's a pretty good size. That's about the same size as you get at a coffee shop. So you're getting the same amount of coffee out of this as you would a normal semi-auto machine. Now it's going to remind me of this, which is funny. Thanks, Mom. Okay. Now that this has cooled down a little bit, I'm going to try this espresso. That's actually pretty enjoyable. I have to say, we've been using this machine quite a bit, and I've been really impressed with the quality of coffee that's come off of it, and just tasting like actual espresso and being pretty much to a barista level of quality. Why don't we make a cappuccino here and we can see how that takes. Let me grab a cup. At this point, let's go ahead and make a cappuccino. We have it set to the whole milk in that fridge there. I'm going to dial that milk down a little bit. Let's do decaf and up our strength. And this is going to lower to the correct cup height for that. Let's add in our frothed milk. Now it's adding that espresso there. This has the option for both automatic steaming from this here and also manual steaming from this over here. So you get both options, which is pretty handy. I'm gonna wait for that to finish. Got the green light there. Now if you've used a Super Auto at home, this is gonna look pretty familiar. Let's taste it. That's pretty hot, but I might have just been getting the espresso. So I'm going to swirl that and make sure I'm getting a true read of the temperature here. That is really hot. That's pretty tasty though. That's hotter than I like to drink my drinks. So I'd like to let that cool so I can taste it a little bit better there. But that covers the automatic milk steaming of this machine. Now that that's covered, why don't we cover some of the more manual milk steaming? I'm going to grab another cup and we'll put it to work. I am back now with another cup here, and we're going to try out some of this automatic but slightly more manual milk steaming. So if you look here, you have two different options for your milk control there. You have more frothy milk and you have less frothy milk. I prefer the less frothy milk. So let's get this going here. Choose my espresso. I'll use decaf. It's getting pretty hot now. That feels good to me. So once I take that off and put this back down, I just have to press that again and it's going to purge that automatically. Gonna wipe this guy off. Set that back there. Let's take a look at our milk texture here. So if you can look in there as I spill a little bit on the floor, I'll clean it up, don't tell Gail. You can see that's pretty good milk texture for automatic milk steaming. Let's see how it does in this cup here. This is a pretty big cup, but let's see. Let's just do a heart. So this is a pretty big cup, but if you look there, we did a heart, we did latte art with automatic milk on a Super Auto. That's pretty impressive to me. Let's taste it. That's good. For me just pressing like 2 buttons and pressing another button to stop that steaming, that's really good for this quality. And I think that just kind of captures the deliciousness that we've been experiencing on this machine. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. While we're on the way out, I'm gonna make one of those cold cappuccinos so you guys can see that. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. We'll have some other videos up a little bit more in depth with this machine, just getting into some of the more detailed programming features and cleaning features of this machine. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos, subscribe to our channel. And if you guys have questions about commercial equipment, or if you have thought about starting your own coffee shop, feel free to give us a call. We'd love to offer a consultation on that and talk you through what that takes and give you some equipment recommendations. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Ready? Maybe just skip that part. Cold cappuccino. That's tasty. Got milk?